Okay, good afternoon, students. So today I will explain you about this ARM instruction set, load and store instructions. So these are the load and store instructions. One is LDR. So load the word into register. So that means whatever the value present in the memory location, you are loading into the some register, either destination register. Store. Store means you are storing the value present in the memory location. Uh, you are storing the value in the register to the memory location. So load means you are storing the value from the memory location to register. Store means you are storing the value in the register to the memory location. And next load LDR byte. So load byte into register. So that means you are loading a 8-bit value. So 1 byte value into the register. Store byte. Store byte means save the byte from the register. So that means whatever the 8-bit value is there, you are storing into the memory location. And this is a load half word, load half word into the register. So that means you are loading a 16-bit value. So that is 2-byte value into the register. Store half word means save the half word into the register. So that means whatever the 16-bit value is there, you are storing into the memory location. So for load store instruction, we will see one program. So this is area, this is assembler directive. So one should be there to say that in which memory you are doing the program. That is, this is assembler directive, and this is name of the program. Code read only. You are writing the program in ROM. So that is read only. And this is the starting of the program entry. So entry is the start of the program. This is same as like org we are using in 8051. So entry. So here you are initializing some 6 bits of value. So six bytes of value. So 8-bit numbers, 8-bit hexadecimal numbers into the block one. So this is a defined constant byte. So you are defining a constant byte. So 6 values you are initializing into block one. So next, these values should come from program memory. This is should come from ROM to RAM. So for RAM, you are initializing area, data one, data, read write. This is read write memory. So this block of data it should come into the block. So this is block transfer. So you are transferring eight values. So that is 8-bit values into from block 1 to block 2. So this is a block 2 address is defined constant by 0, and this is end. So you are defining ROM as well as RAM. So next, you have to initialize the count. So how many values you are transferring from block 1 to block 2? Here you are transferring 6 bytes of value. So 6 bytes of value you are transferring. So that's why you have to initialize the count as 6. So LDR R0 equal to block 1. That means for block 1 there will be some address. So getting the address of block 1 to which register R0. So you are bringing the address. There should be some address of block 1. You are bringing to R0 LDR. And next LDR R1 comma block 2. So for block 2 some address is there. That address you are moving into, you are bringing into R1. And next what you are doing LDRB. So that means load register binary. So there is some value is there. So this square bracket reference in this address location there is some value which is pointed by R0. You are moving into which register R2. So what is that value? So 0x11 is there. You are moving into R2. After moving, you are incrementing the address of R0. So after moving the data from the address location R0, this address location of block 1 to R2. After moving this one, you are incrementing the value with 1. So this is the LDR byte. And next what you are doing, and you are moving the data from block 1 to block 2. So store byte, that means the value present in the register R2, you are moving into R1. So R1 is nothing but the address of block 2. So you are moving into this address location. After moving into this address location, you are incrementing this value to 1. So first loading the values into R2, and from R2 you are storing into this block 2. So block 2 address is pointed by register R1. So next what you should do, so after movement of one value, so we have to decrement the count. So what is our count? 6 is our count. So we have to decrement sub s. So count is R5. So count is present in R5. So we are decrementing the count by how much? 1. So for every moment of data, you should decrement the count by 1. So branch if not equal, that means if the count is not equal to 0, next it should be repeated. So till the count is equal to 0, every time you are moving the data from block 1 to block 2. After count becomes 0, it will come out of the loop. So what happens? Branch so B1 branch B1. So like that you can implement this code. So I will show you how to implement this code. So So if you see the Keel microvision, so I written the program for the block transfer. Same whatever the code I explained you, that code I written in the Keel microvision. So you have to compile the code. So rebuild the target. So rebuild the target. You are getting. So what you are getting, you are zero error. One warning you are getting. So that means warning you can avoid. So you can avoid the warning. So next go to debug session. Start or stop debug session. So here what you should do, uh, you have to select, you have to go to view, you have to select two memories. One is memory 1 and next one is go to view and you have to select memory 2. So memory 1 is nothing but it's a data memory, read write memory. Memory 2 is nothing but it's a code memory or ROM. So here first what you should do, so here initially consider this is a 0x00. You have to find the address of block 1. So how we can find the address of block 1 means step by step I'm doing this. So first here move R5 comma 6. So what is our count? Count is 6. So step by step R5 you got the value 6. So next you have to find the address of block 1. So next step, if you see R0, what is the address of block 1? R0 is 0x20. So you have to initialize in this address uh, 0x20. So this is the address. So in this 0x20, so 32-bit value, these values are saved 11, 12, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66. So these values present in this location, this should come to this memory location. So next, in order to find out the address of block 2, what you should do, you have to do the next step. So what is the address of block 2 read write memory is 0x4 followed by 70. So address of block 2 is this is read write memory. So 0x4 followed by 70. So this is the address of block 2. So next what you should do, you have to get the values present in the block 1, the address which is pointed by R0 to R2. After that, you have to increment the address of block 1. So next step when you are doing, so what happens here, so 1 1 is there, 1 1 is coming into R2. Parallelly R0 is incremented by what? 2 1. Okay. So next what you should do, so whatever the value present in the R2, we have to move to R1. So R1 is nothing but the address of block 1. So you have to move to the read write memory. So next step, if you see, if you observe this one, memory 1. So one more step if you are doing. So whatever that 1 1 is there, which is present in R2, it get into the address location 0x4 followed by 70. So you got this one, and parallelly what happens, this address present in the R1 will be incremented by 1. So like that every value, so next what happens, the count becomes 5. So count is decremented by 1. Is it not, is it equal to 0? It is not equal to 0. So this loop will be executed till count becomes what? 0. So I'm doing step by step. So see, observe here. So you got 2 2 2 2 from block 1 to block 2, and count becomes 4, and you got 3 3 from block 1 to block 2, and count becomes 3, and you got 4 4 from block 1 to this location to memory location 2 to memory location 1, and count becomes 2, and you got 5 5 5 5, you got 5 5 in this, you got 6 6. So here what happens, count is 1, so after next step count becomes what, 0. So count becomes 0. So that means this condition is not satisfying. It is come out of the loop. So it will come out of the loop. So it will be, in the branch. It will be in the same location. So it will be in this. So we can stop the program. So that means whatever the values. So when the values are coming from block 1 to block 2, so these values will change to red color, so that these values are transferred from block 1 to block 2. So whatever our 6 values are there, 8-bit values, so these are coming from ROM to read write memory RAM, block 1 to block 2. So like this, you can move a block transfer. That means by using LDR instruction, you can move a block of data from one location, one memory location to another memory location. So I'm coming out of the debug session. So this is a program. Now, so like that here, in previous program, we have seen the block of 8 bits of numbers from one memory location to another memory location. Parallelly, you can transfer some 32-bit of value from one location to another location. So this is the program. So area, this is and 1 second. So area program. This is the name of the program. Code read only entry starting of the program. So you are initializing three 32-bit values. So these are the three 32-bit values into the block 1. This define constant double, and these values should come to the read write memory. So that is area data 1 data read write, and you are initializing block 2 as define constant double. You are initializing to 0. So next what you should do, how many numbers you want to transfer? 3 numbers. So you have to initialize the count. So move R5 comma #3. This is the count. And next get the address of block 1 to R0. So this is LDR R0 comma equal to, so this is nothing but loading constant. We can call this as a loading constant. So you should get the address of block 1. So there is some address in the block 1. We should get into the R0 and get the address of block 2 to R1. So LDR R1 equal R1 comma equal to block 2 means you are getting the address of block 2 to R1. And next what you should do, LDR, so R2 comma R0. So there are 32-bit values. So that means each byte, the memory will be incremented by 1. So how many values you are moving? Each byte means 4 bytes of values you are moving. So that means this 32-bit value present in R0, you are moving into R2. After moving the value into R2, you have to increment the memory location by 4. Why? Because you are moving 32-bit value. So that means, so 32-bit means how many bytes? 4 bytes. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes you are moving. So that means you have to increment after movement of data from R0 to R2, you have to increment the memory location by 4. So you got the data to R2. So you should store str is nothing but store R2 to R1. So whatever the 32-bit value is there, you are moving into block 2. So moving into block 2, that block 2 address is pointed by R1, and after moving the value into the R1, so you have to increment. This we call as a post increment. So after movement of data, you have to increment the given value with 4. So you have to increment the memory location with 4. That means why? Because you are copying the value present in R2 into the memory location as a 32-bit value. So that's why you have to increment this memory location by 4. Next, what you should do, you should decrement the count. So one value is loaded from block 1 to block 2. You have to decrement the count. Count becomes 2. So branch if not equal next. So that means count is not equal to 0. It will be this loop will be followed. That means this will be continuously this loop will be executed till the count becomes 0. So when count becomes 0, if this condition is not satisfying, it will come out of the loop. So what happens? B1 means terminating the program. So this is how you can do the 32-bit value. So this I will show you in the Keil programming. One second. So if you see this programming, so I'm removing this. This is a block of 8-bit of data. I'm adding adding existing file. So here itself, I written the block transfer 32-bit value. So adding the files to the source group, I added the files 32-bit value to the source group. So this I'm closing. So this is 32-bit value. So same program what I explained, I written in this program. So you have to build this target. So you are getting 0 errors and 0 warnings. So after getting 0 errors and 0 warnings, you have to go to the debug session. So start or stop debug session. So when you are using this start or stop debug session, you have to initialize two memories. Memory 2 is nothing but the code memory or read-only memory. Memory 1 is nothing but data memory or RAM or read-write memory. So here, three 32-bit values are present in this address location. Three 32-bit values should be come into the memory 1. So we'll see the step by step. So first, here you initialize the count 3 to R5. So here R5 you got as a 3. And next you have to get the address of block 1. So what is the address of block 1? 0x20. So this is the address of 0x20 is the address of block 1. It should come into the R0. So here you got the R0 at 0x20. So next after step by step, you have to get the address of block 2. So what is the address of block 2? 0x4 followed by 70. It is coming into R1. And next what you should do? You have to load the values present in the address location R0 to R2. So next step by step, if you see, so what is the value? First value 0x1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. No, so that value is coming into R2. See here. So the value is coming into R2. So next what you should do? So whatever this value present in R2, you should move into block 2. That address is pointed by R1. So after loading this value into R2, here observe here. So initially R0 is 20. So that memory location is incremented by 4. So next store R2 to R1. So that is block 2. So that is memory 2. After storing, you have to increment the memory location by 4. So if you see this one, so R1 is incremented by 4. See here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is coming into read-write memory. So and next step by step, the count becomes 2. So one block of transfer is completed. So when one block of transfer is completed, count is decremented by 1. So this will be repeated till the count becomes 0. This loop will be repeated. So if you see one more step by step, observe here. So the next value is coming into R2 and R0 is incremented by 4. And next R1 is incremented by 4. And that value you got into this next location 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4. So this 32-bit value is coming into this location. And next step by step, so count becomes what? 1. So count is not equal to 0. It will go again next, and this R0 becomes 2C decremented by 4. Next value is coming into R2. That R2 you should store into this location. So you got 3 3 AA BB CC. So after that it is incremented by 4. Now what count becomes 0? See here, the count becomes 0. So when count becomes 0, what happens? So it's not a satisfying. It is equal to 0. It is not a, that means it is branch if not equal to 0. So that means it is equal to 0. The condition is not satisfying. It is come out of the loop. So just it will be in the terminated state. So like that, you can do block of data transfer from one location to another location. So first program is block of transfer from 8-bit of data from one location to another location. Second program is block of transfer from 32-bit numbers from one location to another location. So thank you.